Ba 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 na na. Ba ba ba.
Anything
Thank
from?
you. No, thank you.
You have a good one.
You too, thank you. Let's get caffeinated. I don't feel like driving to Avon right now. Oh, I have such a bad tooth. Ooh, that hurt. Good morning, Instacart shekels. I don't know if I'm going to have luck today. It's Tuesday after the Super Bowl. Maybe I'll get some Valentine's Day stuff. But I've been out here for 25 minutes. I wasn't even going to go live because I didn't do my makeup. I look like I got hit by a bus. And I just, was just going to work. When I'm broke, I don't like to record because I'm more focused on just kind of like getting my life out of the shambles that it's in. But we have the babes today. We're in better moods than we were last time I went live. I know I gotta get my wisdom teeth pulled. Army of the cheese. Heard. Yeah, Instacart is completely dead. I'm not driving all the way to Avon. I'm not doing Costco. The most I'll get myself into is a Sam's Club order if one comes up, but they don't open for another 20 minutes. I don't know, should I go to Walmart or should I go to Sam's Club? Because they're pretty far from each other. My Walmart and Sam's Club are like 6 miles away from each other. Sam's Club. If you guys are new here and you don't know what I'm doing, I'm Instacarting or trying to Walmart Spark or trying to do any of it. I do have a chance of getting like a good $50 order from Sam's Club. And Sam's Club isn't like Costco, so I don't have to bully a bunch of old people out of my way. Hi, Cole. My day just started. I don't really have an opinion on it just yet. Just yet. Well, I figured if I hit the Sam's Club drop, I figured if I hit the Sam's Club drop and I don't get anything, it's not like I'm going to miss anything from Walmart either. So if I don't get anything at the drop, I can drive to Walmart. I'm not leaving my city. I'm not going to travel very far. I'm just trying to make it like $50. I'm not doing any food delivery orders because I have the baby with me and I'm not, doing all that. I'm not going to drive back and forth. Scales. So here's the thing about going live. They changed it up so now it's like a TikTok vertical thing. If you are a small content creator trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, going live could be fine for you. I actually stopped going live as much because I noticed that I was getting a fluctuation in a huge increase of subscribers, but I'm not seeing that same fluctuation on my videos. So I'm getting a live, I could get 70 subscribers if I'm on for like 3 hours, but then my videos are staying at maybe 1,000 views within a day and a half is like what the average is. So yes, it builds your channel, but it doesn't build your channel with people who like your content. If you are ever scrolling on TikTok and you just like kind of scroll and then you see something that you like and you give them a like and a follow, that's cool and that's supporting them. But for YouTube, you get paid off of the views you get. So if I'm getting a fluctuation of subscribers, but I'm not seeing it on my videos too, then, you know, it's just, yeah. So I don't know if it really helps build your YouTube. It definitely will give you some subscribers, but I want people who actually like the content that I do, which is gig work, working with Instacart, Spark, all that other stuff. I want them to subscribe and like and stuff like that, because I'm posting content for them, not for somebody random who's not interested in it at all. I appreciate the subscribe, but, you know, I want people who like my videos, if that makes sense. Good morning, Chef. Thank you. What's up, Omar? Good morning. Have you seen the DoorDash acceptance glitch? I have not seen the DoorDash acceptance glitch. Good morning, Bree. How are you? Hi, Abby. No problem, Scale. Yeah, and quite honestly, I don't like that they did that with the lives, because, like, this is just recent. This is, like, within the last 2 weeks that they've made the lives, like, in a feed that you could just scroll through. For one, when you're monetized on YouTube, lives don't make you a lot of money at all. I like to do lives to talk to the people that I like Jean and Instacart Shekels and Omar and Cray Cray Nay and all of them. I liked to go on live to talk to them and everything like that. And now it's like I'm going live and I'm talking to a bunch of new people that I don't know, who are either spamming the chat or asking for shout outs or anything like that, which, like, it's whatever. Like, I appreciate everybody who comes and stays and watches, but, like, I used to just go live to talk to the people who have subscribed to me, who like my content, who can relate to something that has happened in a previous video for me or something like that. And I don't really get that anymore, and I don't want to have to put it on subscriber only mode, because then the people who are new and are interested in what I do won't be able to watch my stuff. But I just don't want a bunch of ghost subscribers, you know what I mean? Oh, all the car lots got their new cars out for the tax time. I'm so excited. I got my state back the other day, so I know everybody else got their states back too. Yeah, it could be the algorithm being the algorithm. Good morning, Hustle Man. Yeah, YouTube made their live like Instagram. Yeah. Which it sucks. I mean, it has its perks and it doesn't. Like, for instance, Pedro, he goes live, and I completely understand. He has the views. He has his established subscribers and everything like that. His ultimate goal is to get that 100K YouTube plaque. But I was talking to Hustle CLE about it, and we kind of, like, you know, we're smaller channels trying to build, and we want to build our community with people who are interested in the stuff, not just here to spam or get on my videos and ask me if I have an Instagram account and things like that. Like, I don't, you know. You like my shirt, Coca-Cola? Guys, so you're gonna also join me on this journey if anybody is here. So the other day, I'm like, man, I used to get my nails done all the time, and I know this is so off topic. I used to get my nails done all the time. I called my local nail salon that I used to go to, and a full set that used to be like $45 is now like $85, and I'm like, oh hell no. So I went and I bought myself an acrylic nail kit, and I did my nails. They look like shit, but you can't tell. They look like shit. But we'll see in a couple months from now if my nail skills have gotten better. Cause I like to get my nails done like every other girl out there, but I don't like to pay those prices. I gotta put food in the house. I gotta pay bills. Yes, a niche specific community. For sure. Ew. See, and that's why. People are just so fucking nasty. They see a girl on live and they just don't know how to keep their fucking dick in their pants. Fucking disgusting trash. That's another reason why I haven't been wanting to go live either, because just the men on here, like, I look like trash right now, for instance. It doesn't matter if I look like trash or not. They're going to get on here, they're going to see a female on live, and they're going to just spam their chat with a bunch of inappropriate, disgusting, degrading comments. And that's just, like, I'm all for whatever trolls. If you want to troll somebody's shit, whatever, I can troll right back. But when you get on here and you start talking like that, that's disgusting. Like, how do you look yourself in the fucking mirror? I could never, I don't know, that's fucking weird. Good morning, Dashing Maverick. And that's another thing for the person who was asking me about the lives. If you are going to go live and go live a lot, you need to have some good moderators. I have like a perfect team of moderators. I thought you were already a moderator, Omar. I could do a members only, but I only have 11 members, you know? I could do a subscriber only and then make it like they have to be subscribed for so long to be able to comment. I could do that. That's probably what I'll end up doing, because it's just ridiculous. We can't even have fun and talk anymore because you got weirdos and people who are spamming and stuff like that. Like, I miss the old lives. I miss just being able to talk to my people. The people who know and love me and the people I know and love. And now it's like we got people like Tim commenting shit like that. I hope his fucking wife knows what he does. Fucking disgusting. I'm not saying I don't look good. I'm just saying I just rolled out of bed and didn't do anything with my face. I didn't moisturize or nothing. My baby had a little accident this morning. He took his diaper off and fucking shit everywhere. And I had to throw him in the bath and scrub my room down before I took my other son to school. So that was a fun morning. I'm in Ohio. It's been dead over here just like it has been everywhere else. What'd you guys do for the Super Bowl? Did you go to any parties? Did you host any parties? Did you have a fun time? I know, he is wilding right now. Yeah, I had to throw him in the bathtub. It was terrible. He was in his crib, took his diaper off, had poop everywhere. It was all over his feet. And then I took him out of the crib because, you know, his blankets and pillows and stuff. And he started running around my bedroom, so there was poop footprints all over my bedroom. So at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm all over here trying to freaking mop my floors and give him a bath at the same time. It was not fun. Hi, Sheila. You know, Omar, I worked on Super Bowl Sunday too, and I'll tell you what, I expected so much more. I expected so much more. You were doing a gig war? I know that Dashing in Hawaii and Cray Cray Nay and Nomadic Gig Mom and all the other ones, they did that 24-hour challenge. I was more invested in that than the game. The only reason why I was invested in the game was because my husband put a bet on there and we won like $100 when the Chiefs made that touchdown, that last touchdown of the night. Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! I want to turn on Uber Eats. I want to turn on Uber Eats because they have some good shopping pays every once in a while, but I don't know. We are now officially in the Sam's Club parking lot. We have 8 minutes until open, but the Sam's Club drop doesn't happen until about 10:02. So we have a little bit of time. Maybe I can get a good spark pickup. That's really reaching, but maybe I could get one. All right, let's park right here. All right. Wow, what do you mean? It's already here? I'm not doing it, but $23 for 17.9 miles, 45 things, 2 stores, 2 customers. In total, tip is $11.67. That's not bad. I'm probably going to make an Instacart video here soon talking about tips and tricks. I'll give you guys a little heads up on it because it's going to be pretty cool. My biggest thing is I don't want to make a video of me just sitting in the car talking about it. I want to have like some imagery. So I have to make sure I get that imagery, even if it's just me messing around in a grocery store trying to just get the images for the tips and tricks. But I might make another Instacart video talking about how when us gig tubers complain that there's no tips on these, and not like minus DoorDash, but shopping orders, when we complain that you guys aren't tipping for your shopping orders, it's not your fault. Like I always say, it's not your fault. You're over here paying all these fees and everything like that just for them to now say that you have to tip because they refuse to pay us a good base pay. So now you have to pay for your groceries, pay for service fees, and then pay for a tip because they give us $5. Like, let me see what this base pay is. This base pay here is $12.24, but this order looks like it's been sitting here. This order looks like it's been sitting here since yesterday, which happens. All right, let me hop in the chat. Give me a second. All right, who we got in here? Dashing Maverick, shout out. We got Josh Piles, thank you. Is it cold? It's not really that cold. Went to party, had fun till the 49ers lost. I'm so sorry. No, that shit was rigged. I knew Kansas City was going to win like that. Is it rigged, though? Like, how rigged can you really make it? Like, you have to be a really good fucking football player to be able to have a game that's rigged. Good morning from LA. What's up, Timothy? What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean? I don't know, Johnny West. Why don't you look that up on Google and let us know? Thank you, Noco Silver. Are you a Browns fan? I am a Browns fan. No tipping in Europe. No tipping in Japan. I get that. We're just a tipping culture over here. I mean, when you're paying for services, you tip. If you're paying as a lady to go get your nails done, you tip. If you're paying as a man to go get your hair cut at a barber, you tip. People who are using, I think the tip service should be more towards, like, instead of restaurants and stuff like that, I think a tip service should be somebody who's using their own resources to provide you a service. Restaurant service and stuff like that. And I can say this because for anybody who doesn't know, I was a restaurant server for many years. I was a manager for many years. These companies make so much fucking money. They can pay their servers and everything like that a livable wage. They just refuse to not do it. But for us, for gig workers, we use our own car, our own gas, our own resources. We do the phone bill. We do all that stuff to make sure that we have the stuff that we need to do it. Food delivery, still same thing. You don't have to tip as much, but we're using our gas, our car, our phones, our strength when we're lugging up waters and everything like that. We're using, people, nail technicians, they're buying their own products, they're using their own things, they're doing their own time. We got the barbers, they buy their own products. They usually are buying the seat that they're able to use for it. So it's, like, I think a tip service should be somebody who's using their own resources to provide you the service that you're asking for. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. If I'm using my stuff, then you should tip. Let's see what we got. I think the Sam's Club drop is 8 a.m. only because it opens up for preferred members. That's when it drops for me in PA. Mine always drops at 10:02. 10:02. It's the same for Costco as well as 10:02. What's up, Hannah? How you doing? Thank you, Dashing Maverick. How much should we tip servers? I mean, you tip servers what you want to tip servers. I mean, at the end of the day, it's what you want to tip. I would just say don't not tip. If you're going to sit there and run the server around and do this and do that or whatever, just tip appropriately. That's all we ask. Tip appropriately. See, me, for instance, as a server, I'd sit there, have a really nice table, low maintenance table, maybe refill their drinks twice, get their food, they order something expensive, everything like that. I walk by, ask them how their thing went. Their check is maybe like $150, and then they hand me a $50 bill. The work that I have to do for Instacart or Spark to shop their weekly, monthly groceries or their dinner groceries or anything like that, I barely ever see a $50 tip. I never see a $50 tip, and if I do, it's a great order. So, not saying that you shouldn't tip employees, but like, I'd say if it's just use your common sense. If it's somebody who's using their stuff to do it, their time, their effort, and they're not, standing there and the only thing that they bought was pens for their, for their job. I don't know. It's just my opinion. All right, it's 10:01. Let's see. I see my moderators going in. Thank you, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, Tyler. Oh, did you block him? Oh, damn. Oh, whatever. Everybody's going on strike. I'm not going on strike. People want so much tip nowadays. Jesus only wanted 10%, but servers want 20. Yeah, I mean, I'm not asking for the bare minimum, but like, for instance, tipping 20% at a, this was for Tyler. I don't know if he can still see it. I do have Tyler tattooed on my arm. Sorry you got blocked though, my dude. You should have posted it 18 million times. I would have got to your comment if you could still see this. But, the thing about tipping 20% at restaurants is different because, again, like, yes, they have to tip out, like, bartenders and stuff, but the people doing the real work, which is the cooks, which I was also a cook as well, they don't get... Hold on, the drop is happening. Give me a second. I might get a goodie here. But the cooks who are back there slaving away behind the hot grills and everything like that, making sure everything is perfect while the servers play on their phones in the server alley and roll silverware and stuff like that, they don't get any of the tip, and they're the ones who cook the food. So, But when you're placing an order through Instacart or something like that, I think you should definitely tip 20%. Because we're out here, we're shopping it, we're loading it, we're cashing it out. We have to scan every single item as if we were the ones doing the shopping. We have to scan every single item, load it up in the car, drive it, unload it, and then we get what? A $7.50 tip? Like this tip here, 2 people, $11.67. I think you should tip 20% when you're doing this because it's a luxury service, you know? It's just a luxury. If you can't afford it, cool. If there's a time where you do it because your car broke down and you need some groceries and whatever, and you can only tip $5, the order's going to get taken regardless. You at least attempted to put a tip on there. And somebody will take it. You know, it might not be up to your standards specifically, like me. You know, a $5 tip, $10 order. If it's only like, you know, a couple things, sure, why not? But I didn't get anything. Nothing. Nothing. All right, let me hop back in the chat. Yeah, but I'm not going on strike. I think going on strike is stupid. We are not employees. Oh, shit. That wasn't a good one. Damn. 31 units. 31 items, 109 units. Jesus. What the heck is... Oh, 24 bananas. Whatever. I think going on strike is stupid in the positions that we are in. Like, why? First off, all you're going to do is make them hire a bunch of new people, and then we're going to get even more saturated than we are. Second, how the hell are you supposed to get everybody on the same page? Third, this is not a union. We're not a union. This is gig work. This is meant to be a side job. People like me make it into a full job because I'm a stay-at-home mom, and it's just a way that I can make some extra money. But why are we striking? Why are we not just putting in a little bit of extra effort instead of saying, hey, Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats, hand this to me. Give me this. Do you think that us going on strike is going to make them raise the base pay? Because it's not at all. That's the last thing that they're going to fucking do is raise the base pay. If the base pay is lowered, I'm sorry, you guys, it ain't going back up, ever. It ain't going back up. Yes, go Browns, Slay. The cooler AD, like the Browns, yep. Do I sub, yes or no? If you want to. If you like the content of my videos and you would like to watch my videos. Morning, sweetie, just for 5 minutes. Some people don't know that employees only get a portion of the pay. In what sense, Omar? Since he was paying me. I don't tip at all because it just contributes to employers not paying their employees a living wage and deferring that onto the customer. I don't agree with that, Cole. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. If you know that that's the case, then the difference between you not tipping and not, it basically that server or whatever, or Instacart driver, whatever, doing that work for you for free, why don't you just not go to that restaurant or not use Instacart service? Why are you going to sit there and make somebody do a service for you, and then you're going to sit there and say, I don't tip because your employer should be paying your wage? You worded it in a way that didn't sound offensive, don't get me wrong, but if you really feel that way and you really feel like an employer should be paying their wage, then don't ask for a free service and go get the shit yourself. Go buy some steaks from the store and go throw them on your grill, or go get your own groceries, or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, if you're going to go out to eat, tip your server. If you're going to order DoorDash, tip your driver. If you're going to order a month's worth of groceries on Instacart, tip your driver. Tip the person doing the job for you. Don't go to a restaurant or order here and be like, your employer should be paying your wage, because that's not the truth. I mean, it is the truth. They should be, for sure. Instacart should give us a higher base pay. Servers should get higher wages, and in some places they do get higher wages, but it's still not okay for a place that you know that they only get $4.25 an hour to be like, thank you so much for the excellent service, but your employer should be paying your wage, so I'm not going to tip you. Have a great day. Appreciate you. Like, no, I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. Just don't go out and eat, or only go to restaurants where you know that that server is getting paid an actual wage that's not $4 an hour. Yeah, nobody understands Russian, sorry. What's up, Clayton? Hello from Haiti. Agreed, not striking either. I need that Valentine's Day pay for sure. I think it might be dead though. I mean, hopefully people in my area go on strike so I can make all the money, but it's probably going to be dead. Living wage sounds like a cope for laziness. You sound like a cope for privileged people. What's up, hybrid? Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Stop yapping. Okay. Exactly. How are you, girl? I'm good. Thank you for asking. If not, get your own food. Yep. These people live like this, complain to Lyft and Uber restaurants. The only way to get rid of people who voluntarily leave no tip is for companies to start adding 20% gratuity automatically for everybody. That's true. But you can't, I don't see any of these companies doing that. I did see one restaurant that said that they did that, and it actually hurt the servers. I don't know how. I'd have to do more research on it, but I don't know. I always leave a good tip. Wait, I'm not sure what I stepped into, but good morning. Good morning, Dashing Dink. We were talking about, somebody said in the comments that they don't tip at places because they don't want to encourage the employer to not pay the employee a living wage and pushing it on to customers to pay that living wage. And I just said, if you're going to not tip because that's your reasoning, which is a good reasoning, it's not a bad reasoning, but don't go into a restaurant or order Instacart or DoorDash and be like, well, I'm not going to tip because your employer should be paying you. Don't do it. Then just go and get the shit yourself and cook it yourself. Dude, any restaurant that you love has their recipes online somewhere. You can make it at home. I always leave a good tip. If I don't feel like tipping, I won't go out to eat, period. Yeah. I mean, it's common sense. And like I said previously, it's more of like I don't agree with servers making tips, because like I said, I used to come home with buku bucks as a tip. Why am I getting Costco orders all the way from over here? I'm nowhere near Costco. I used to make buku bucks as a server. Like, a $200 day was standard flat for me. And I didn't do shit. I've refilled drinks. I kept people together. Like, it's a skill. Don't get me wrong. It's a skill to be a server, to remember things and everything like that. You have to have a skill to pretty much do any job that's out here. But for me to get somebody to hand me $100 bill because their bill was like $500 and, that's the 20% or whatever the case may be, I don't agree with that. Because I didn't do $100 worth of work. I didn't cook the food. So it's like, they share it with the bartenders. They don't share it with the cooks. This job here, you use your own stuff. My phone bill doesn't get paid by Instacart's company. My gas doesn't get paid by Instacart's company. Instacart did not provide me with this car. So if I'm doing all of this to bring you your groceries, tip. It's just, I mean, it's pretty fucking self-explanatory. Dasher Stew says, I always tip. Last night I ordered online and still added 15% even though I went in and picked up my own food from the restaurant. I will say I don't tip crazy good for pickup orders. I don't. And the reason why is because I've done pickup orders as the employee, and they make a pretty good wage plus tips. So if I'm going to go pick up my own food, I'll throw $1 or $2, depending on if I have it in cash or not. But I will say that I don't really tip that much for pickups. Most of the time I'm putting my order in through the DoorDash app on pickup and then do it like that. So there is no option to tip, and I'm not ordering fucking $80 worth of food either. I'm ordering $12 worth of food. So there's a difference in that too. Most likely increase the price on their items so people stop ordering. Apparently they just did that with DoorDash. What is my DoorDash AR now? Let's see. After Super Bowl Sunday, which was absolutely trash, dude, it was so trash. I was editing a video and then I just stopped. I just stopped it and I just stopped editing because it was just, or not editing, recording, because it was just terrible. These are my stats now after Super Bowl Sunday. I don't think you can see it. I'm at a 4.98 customer rating, a 49% acceptance rate, a 90% completion rate, 93% on time, and 945 lifetime deliveries. I always tip car washes, restaurants, dinner, sandwich shops, Starbucks, and Dunkin'. I don't tip Starbucks and Dunkin'. I sometimes, if I'm feeling frisky and I got the extra money and they have like a little tip jar out, I will tip them. Like if there's a tip jar out, like Chipotle, you know, whatever the case may be. The people who work the drive-thrus, I think that this is only in Ohio, but there's things that we have out here where we can just drive in. It's like a convenience store, and the people who are there, they run and they grab you stuff in the drive-thru. I give them a little bit every once in a while. Like, I tip when I can. Like, if it's something that it's not really a service, like it's their job and they're making their hourly wage and tips don't make or break them, if I have it, I'll do it. If I don't have it, you know, whatever. But I'm not going to go out to eat if I don't have it. I'm not going to order DoorDash if I don't have it. I'm not going to order a bunch of groceries on Instacart if I don't have it. There should be a way to rate on YouTube and Twitch. I could have sent my viewers over here. I don't have a Twitch. In Virginia, servers make minimum hourly $12.50 plus tips. Yeah, see? Girl, I respect you. Hustle. That's what you do. Respect. Make that money stack 10%. You already know it. I leave a tip if I like the service and experience, not just top off like I'm required to. That's fine for serving, but don't ask somebody to, in my shoes, somebody who is shopping for your weekly or monthly groceries and hauling up 7 cases of water to hope that you are kind enough to tip me after service. If you have that mentality, go order shipped, because shipped, you can't put a tip on there until after you get your service. If that's your mentality, go to shipped. But anything else, like for whatever, don't ask me to take that chance for you to maybe tip. Because you could have all the good intentions in the world, but what if you forget? What if you're putting your groceries away, you forget? You know? I'm not going to shop for $500 worth of things for you to maybe tip me. It's not going to happen. Yes, most restaurants do have to share their tips, but not with the cooks. Not with the people who are back there slaving away, sweating hot, about to pass out because they're standing over grills and everything like that all day and getting burned and everything like that. You don't share it with them. You share your tips with the hostesses. And every restaurant's different. You share your tips with the hostesses. You share your tips with the bussers. And you share your tips with the bartenders. That's it. The people who seat you, the people who clean your tables, and the people who make your bar drinks. Those are the 3 of every restaurant that I've ever worked at. Those are the 3 that you tip out for. You don't, and food runner if you have somebody running your food. Other than that, there's no tips for the cooks. There's no tip pool for cooks. And they're the majority of the fucking people. They're majority of the work, you know? You're only picking up food. That's why you should. You're only picking up the food. Why should you get tipped any more than $5? Did I say we needed to get tipped more than $5 for food delivery? I don't think you need to pay more than $5, in my opinion, unless you're ordering from 12 miles away. I think that, okay, so unpopular opinion, but I don't think DoorDash deserves a huge ass tip. It's very nice, and I love the customers who do give me a huge ass tip. But for food delivery, all I'm doing is going in, picking up the order, and dropping it off to you. I don't think you need to tip 20% on food delivery orders. By all means, no. I think an appropriate tip for food delivery is by mileage. If you DoorDash or whatever, they tell you how far you are from the store. If you're 5.6 miles away from the store, tip $6. If you're 2 miles away from the store, tip $2. If you're 1 mile away from the store, tip $1. You know? Like, I think that is the appropriate thing for food delivery, because I'm not prepping your order. I'm not cooking your order. I'm not bagging your order. All I'm doing is going in and picking it up for you and dropping it off at your door. That does not need an extravagant tip. It's very appreciated, but I don't think a 20% tip on that. Food delivery, Uber, DoorDash, whatever the case may be of whatever you're using, I don't think you need to tip like crazy. Now, if you're ordering from 12 miles away, 13, 14, 15 miles away, you know, that's on you. Don't order from that far away, you know? But that's how I think the tip should go on there. What's up, Australia? Ronald McDonald be with you. Yep. Tony, if I was picking up $150 worth of food, is it still only worth a $5 tip? See, like I said, my opinion might be an unpopular one. Only 9:45 deliveries. Get your game up. I don't really do DoorDash. That was just my DoorDash stats. You guys want to hear my stats? So 945 deliveries on DoorDash. Spark, I have done 252 deliveries. Instacart, I have done 684 deliveries. Uber, I have done 331 deliveries. And I don't know what else. There's some other stuff on there. Grubhub, delivered, you know, things like that. Let's see. You selectively tip then? I mean, it just depends. If I'm in the fucking Chipotle line and I'm getting myself a Chipotle bowl and they have their tip jar out, but I know that they get paid, you know, I don't feel as obligated to tip. It's more of like a nice thing. But if I'm going to somebody and they're down on the floor shining my goddamn shoes, I'm going to give them a tip. If I'm having somebody do my fucking nails or my hair or something like that, I'm going to give them a tip because they're paying for their supplies. They're doing their stuff. A Chipotle employee doesn't pay for their supplies. They're getting their hourly wage. They're not out here paying for their stuff that they're using to give you the service that you want. That's how I base it on. Yeah, you're not a good tipper. It sounds like you're not a good tipper either, Tony. What's $1 or 80 cents? Hello, I don't know what you're talking about, Tony. In my opinion, if you're choosing to do a job that you know doesn't pay well and relies on tips, and you really can't get mad at people for not tipping, it's not their job to pay you. I mean, that's valid. I mean, if that's your mindset, and then that's valid. But don't get mad when somebody says that they're not going to take your order or provide you with that service or give you shitty service because you refuse to tip. That's the simple thing. We're not employees. We don't have an employer. I don't have a manager that I can say, hey, I've been working so hard. Can I get a raise? It's not how it fucking works. We're getting into this, like for me, for instance, it was either do this or go find a job and pay $1,500 a month in childcare. Weigh the differences. For people who don't have kids, you don't know, you know? For me to go to a restaurant and work and pay that much in childcare fees, and maybe, just maybe, being able to pay for the childcare and then maybe get groceries in the house, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you're going to talk shit about the tipping culture and how it is of, oh, well, your employer should pay your stuff. And I'm not mad. I totally understand your opinion, Cole. I'm not like trying to drag you or nothing like that. But at the end of the day, if you don't work in the tipping, like the industry of tipping, then you really shouldn't have a say on it. Or if you don't want to tip, don't use the service. Don't use the service. Because like I said, servers, they don't deserve that much of a tip. I get it. But how dare you ask somebody or put an order in for somebody to shop. I've done huge orders before. I've done fucking huge orders before. I've seen huge orders before of people putting in massive orders and not tipping because since we signed up for this job, we should be taking these orders no matter what. That is not the case. That is not the case. We don't have to take the order. Some stupid person will, maybe because they're trying to finish a promo or they don't know how it works or anything like that. But at the end of the day, we're trying to do our jobs just like you're going to do your job. And guess what? If we all went and got different jobs because you guys refuse to tip, who's going to deliver your groceries then? So, like, that whole, your employer should be paying you. Yeah, they should, but they're not. So, at the end of the day, I mean, what the fuck? I wouldn't be mad. And like I said, if Instacart paid us or DoorDash paid us a better base pay, it wouldn't be so bad. We're not expecting you guys to fucking pay our bills. We're just expecting you to tip appropriately for the service. You want to be treated like a king or a queen and sit your ass on your fucking couch watching TV and YouTube videos and stuff like that and have somebody out there in the grocery store shopping your damn order for you and you don't want to tip? Go get it yourself. Go get it yourself. Go get it yourself. Like, I mean, you can say all day that you don't tip because of this reason or this or that, and your employer and I'm not saying you're broke. Maybe you got money. I mean, you don't make money by giving money away. You don't become rich by doing that. I completely understand. And if that's your mindset, cool. But if that's your mindset, then why are you getting on these apps and paying extra service fees and delivery fees and everything like that? Why are you doing it? If you don't want to tip because you don't feel like we should, then why are you giving these apps more money to deliver you a fucking Mountain Dew from Walgreens? You know, like, it makes no sense when you guys sit there and say, oh, I'm not going to tip because of this reason, and then go on and so forth and pay $11.99 for delivery fees and an extra $5.99 for distance pay, and then whatever the case may be, and you're completely okay with that. But God forbid you have to throw your driver a little tip as well. If you're going to use these services, these are luxury services. These are not a necessity service, and I will completely say that, and I don't give a fuck what the situation is. If you don't have a car or your kids are out, whatever the case may be. What the fuck were we doing 5 years ago when this shit wasn't here? 6, 7 years ago when it wasn't here? I know that when I didn't have a car and I had my kids at home, I figured it the fuck out. You know, I figured it out. I didn't sit there and ask anybody to do shit for me for free. For free at all. So if you guys are in the situation where you don't have a lot of money, but you have enough money to be ordering Instacart and DoorDash, but not having enough money to tip your driver, then maybe you need to figure something out. Go get this, bust out the stroller, or go bust out your fucking good walking shoes and walk your ass up to the McDonald's or something like that. Because you know there's one on every fucking corner. There's also a Dollar General on every fucking corner that sells groceries as well. Figure your life out before you sit there and try to get on other people for doing jobs like I do. I'm not going to read comments at this very moment. I got to park. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. Sorry for the rant. I feel like I go through this rant every time I'm on live, but we got to educate these people. We got to educate them. There's people out there who know, and there's people out there who don't know. Getting McDonald's delivered to your doorstep is not a necessity. It's just not. Getting your groceries delivered to your front door is not a necessity. I don't use Instacart as an actual platform. I can't afford it. I can't afford it. And I'll admit that. So you know what I do? I put my goddamn shoes on, drag my children to the store, and I go shop my order my damn self. Saved myself $50 whole from tipping and service fees and everything like that. Do I agree with the way that Instacart treats their drivers or their customers? No, I don't. I don't. But you got to play by the rule. You got to play by the game. You got to play by the rules. If you want to be one of those people who don't tip, continue to be one of those people who don't tip. Continue to be miserable. That's not my problem. It's not me you're doing it to, because I'm not taking your order. But everybody wants to just be crabs in a bucket. Everybody wants to try to get up on another person and step on somebody else to get what they want. And it's just, I don't know, it's just fucking sad. You guys are sad. blue, light up every day. I just dropped my phone in the abyss of nothingness. Hold on. All right. Let's see what we got going here. Good morning, Nick. Empathy, Tony, and bye. Wait, which one's Tony? Yeah. There wouldn't be any servers without tips. It's stressful dealing with the public. It is, for sure. The hardest part about serving was those Sunday mornings after the church people got out. You have to have customer service. Good customer service equals good tips. They sure do. Just know you can always do more. Stay positive. It's not you, I'm high. Bye. LOL. What time is it for you? It is 10:30 in the morning right now for me. I'm going to give it like 10 more minutes to send me an order. I'm in my driveway right now, so they're going to get 10 more minutes to send me an order, and if they don't, I'm going to go inside. You think cooks make a good hourly wage? How much do you think a cook makes? Like, say, like Applebee's or Longhorn. Not high-class restaurants. Let's say, like, normal restaurants, Outback, Longhorn, things like that. How much do you think those cooks make? Because I know how much they make. I know what they're, at least in this area, how much their cap is and how much they're allowed to get paid. So you put down in the comments what you think cooks at restaurants on average make. Before taxes. That's the key word. Before taxes. And everyone else makes less than minimum wage. Exactly why I stopped being a chef. Yep. Oh. What's this? No thank you, Spark. $10 over the minimum wage, and they have preps. You're not paying for the work, you're paying for the overall structure involved to get the work done. It's not just the food, it's the food, the gas, the depreciation, etc. Yep. If everyone tipped $5 and they lived 5 miles or less from the restaurant, I'd take every single one of them. That means I'm making at least $7 for 5 miles. DoorDash worker in Prestige. What the hell? Brandy, if there wouldn't be... Where'd it go? Brandy, if there wouldn't be any servers without the tips, that just proves we pay their wages more than the employer does, and that's fucked. It is fucked. It's totally fucked. But that's just the way America is. We live in America. If you don't want that, go move somewhere else, or don't go out to eat. I mean, you could always order to go. To go, you don't really have to tip. I mean, they make pretty good hourly wage for the work that they do, and usually it's like teenagers that are doing it, but go off, you know? What's up, Eduardo? I mean, Josh, you wouldn't take a $5 order for 1 mile? You wouldn't drive 1 mile for $5? I do it. If it's $2 a mile, I do it. And sometimes I do take no tip orders if they're, you know, $2 and I'm not getting anything else. $2.50, I'm not getting anything else, whatever. Like, if it's going a mile or 0.9 miles or whatever the hell, you know what $2 is? That's like that's a shell from the gas station that's pays for half my coffee, you know? Like, money's money at the end of the day. I don't punish people fully for not tipping. I punish the people who are like, I'm not going to tip, but I'm also going to order 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus miles away. JD Forever podcast. I get good tips out here. I do. We're just talking about the people who don't tip. Hannah said, shut up. The baby sliding with mama, yeah. Language. Why are your nostrils so big? Stop stealing the air. Are they? I don't think they're that big. Damn. What's up, gig work mama in the house? What about baby daddy? Can he not watch you while you're at work? What about baby daddy? Can he not watch while you're at work? So my husband, not baby daddy, my husband, He is a general manager at a store, and he works about 11 to 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. He usually only has off Thursdays and Sundays. So in those 2 days, he doesn't babysit. He watches his kid and my kids while I go work. But when he's not, he brings in the buku bucks, I'm just here to party. He brings in the money. I was a stay-at-home mom, and he was paying everything. And I've always been a person to make my own money, but I also don't want to miss out on my kids' childhood. So I quit my job and started doing this, and it pays the bills. So, pays the bills. How are you anti-tipping yet rely on that for your income? I think you guys are misinterpreting what I'm saying. Did I say that I was an anti-tipper? No, I didn't. I don't think that came out of my mouth at all. American government needs to fix minimum wage. Get a real job then. Don't order DoorDash then. Bran110. Matter of fact, I'll pin your comment because you think you got the balls. You got balls. Get a real job. That's all you non-tippers say. Everybody who sits there and says that automatically just needs to get slapped, because that is that's like saying your mama. That's all you guys know how to say. That's all you know how to say is get a real job. Get a real job. This job probably pays more than what your job pays, because I know what I'm doing and I take good orders. I rely on people's tips because I give them great fucking service. I'm not just out here, somebody tips and I'm just throw it in the cart. That's not what I'm doing. I give them perfect fucking grade A service. So when you tell me to get a real job, what do you think this is? If I have to file taxes on this, then it's a real job. You guys don't tell your fucking drug dealer when you're getting your fucking gram up the street to get a real job when he raises his prices. You don't tell him to get a real job, but y'all want to tell me to get a real job, and every other person who's out here doing this job to get a real job. You sound weird at that point. You just sound weird. Get a real fucking job. All right, let's see here. All right, hold on. Where am I at now? Get a real job. My name is Jeffrey. Can you change my whatever? No. You sound like Debbie from Never Have I Ever. It seems like the non-tippers always want you to go the extra mile. I don't tip at Subway or Starbucks when I pick up my food. Hello, Jeffrey. Instacart for sure. I quite fight strange that people think certain jobs don't deserve respect of fair pay. Everyone needs to get off their asses to just go to the stores themselves. I don't say that. If you want to order Instacart or whatever, by all means do it. I am not one to judge. I don't judge. But when you tell the Instacart shopper to get a real job, or I'm not tipping because your employer should tip, even though I'm doing this service, you're doing this service for me, that's where the problem happens. If you have enough money to Instacart, you have enough money to throw your driver a couple dollars. And it's not your guys' fault. It's mostly Instacart's fault, because they don't really tell you. They don't tell you that they're only giving us $5 base pay. They don't tell you that. You think that the $11.99 delivery fee and service fee and everything like that is going to go to the driver, and it doesn't. And that's Instacart's fault. But they don't listen. I could call Instacart right now and say, hey, why is your guys' base pay lowered? They're going to tell me to go suck a dick. They don't care. They don't care. So what are we to do? Just tip your driver. Tip your driver. That's all I ask. You're definitely in the wrong location, love. We have better customer base. And all right, well, I'll make sure that I pack my bags and move to Massachusetts then. I mean, I'm just complaining about non-tippers. I'm not saying that I don't make good money out here, because I definitely do make great money. I make great money. I just, most of us have real jobs, Brand. I myself highly praise the gig ads. Thank you, Dasher Stew. Typical yapper. This is YouTube Live. Scroll to the next one if you want. I don't know what to tell you, dude. She's spitting facts right now. Thank you. Maybe somebody doesn't want to tip. don't tip then. I'm not telling you how to live your life. If you don't want to tip, don't tip. Have fun getting your order stolen or eaten or whatever because you got yourself a terrible fucking driver because you didn't tip. Or you get smashed eggs or expired milk or something like that. Or God forbid a driver retaliates, which I would never do. But you see it because people don't tip because they think that they deserve this service for free. Which, again, they're not getting it for free. Don't get me wrong. They're paying hella fucking service fees and shit. But, you know, for free. So get this, sorry, I was working every order and I picked up, there was no tip. I was pissed. Yep. Last time I watched, they were in their car, they crashed into another car. I'm not driving. If the base pay was higher, they would definitely be paying higher fees, so they can look at it either way, higher fees or higher tips. But that's the thing, Sheila. The thing about these apps is they're already raising the prices. They're raising the prices already. When they dropped DoorDash's base pay down to $2, they also raised the prices on DoorDash up for the consumer too. They only see, I seen somebody say that they're starting, I think it was in Pedro's video, that they're starting, these software apps are starting to treat us like software. They're raising the prices for the customer and lowering the fucking base pays for the drivers, which ultimately brings us to this border where the customers and the drivers are always going to be butting heads because they're paying too much and we're not making enough. Or certain people aren't making enough, or we're not getting paid enough to do the job. You know? I've never complained about anybody not tipping on Spark. You know why? Because Spark pays you that money. They see the order, they see the distance, they see how many items are on there, and they pay you what is on there. So when a customer doesn't tip, we're not relying on a customer's tip. That's why I love Spark the best. I feel like Walmart Spark is for the consumer and for the driver. There is no arguments about tips. There's no arguments about any of that because they pay it. They know the driver's worth, that we're shopping these orders or whatever the case may be. And they're not shoving all these fees down the customer's throats and making them say, oh, well, you just paid service fee. You're paying for this membership plus and all this other stuff, but you still have to tip your driver. That's why, I mean, let's look at. Let me see. Let me rephrase that. The gig apps are real jobs because it generates real money, but I have a W-2 as well. Yeah. Like I said, if I have to file taxes, it's a real ass job. My mother literally can't even walk. What does that have to do with anything? Someone forgot their meds. I can't walk. What's the minimum tip though? I already said this, but I would say for food delivery, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and all that other stuff, I think that $1 per mile. If you're feeling generous, $1.50 per mile. It's pretty standard. You don't have to tip 20% on your food. If you order $200 worth of food, you don't need to tip whatever the 20% of that would be. You don't need to. But what is that, $50? You don't need to tip $50. Like, you don't have to do that. All we're doing is pick up your food. But for shopping orders, I think 20% should be standard. Maybe she's just venting frustration. Relax. You're upset because she's still doing it, but you're upset and still watching. Listen, Cortez, I'll argue with these people all day long. I really don't care. I'm not really venting. I'm trying to educate them because they just don't know. All they know how to say is get a real job. That's all they know how to say. All they know how to say is I'm not going to tip because that's not my job to tip and get a real job. It's okay to have the opinion on you don't want to tip. It's okay to do that. But when you start to downplay the drivers because they don't want to take your no tip order, that's when I get frustrated. Because it's like, you're going to tell me that I have to take your order? I have to? And not get a real job? And you shouldn't, like, it makes no fucking sense. Brandy, you have a kid in your car? Sure do. I just don't order McDonald's. Yes, it is. Hungry. A lot of the I don't tip people would benefit a lot from working that job for a week. I worked DoorDash for 2 months before I became a licensed attorney I always tip 20% or more now. It's true. I mean, a lot of people don't understand until they actually step foot into doing it. They don't know that servers only get paid $4 an hour, or that they have to tip out, or, they don't know that until they work it, which is a lot of it is just, it's not the consumer's fault. It's not. But for the consumers that know, the consumers that tell you to get a real job, the consumers that say, I'm not tipping because I don't want to have to pay your wage that your employer should be paying, the people who know that the service fees are not going to the drivers, that's the people who are wrong. That's the people who need to stop ordering. If you genuinely don't know, sometimes they just don't know. Older people usually don't know, and it's just a catch-22. I use Uber Eats twice. They give you 50% off and free delivery. Yeah, if you're going to use it, I use the buy one, get ones on Uber Eats all the time. That's when you find a real big girl job, kid. Let me tell you something about my life brand, because obviously you just, at the age of 21, after all the, COVID and stuff like that, I became the youngest kitchen manager at my restaurant. I was running shit. I was in charge of an entire kitchen, to the point where they transferred me to go fix another kitchen up. I did all that. I put my work in at a real job. But the difference between you, Bran, and me is that I love my children, and I have children, and I would much rather not have to work at a job who's going to fucking kill me with how much they're working me, and not see my kids and shove them in a daycare where the daycare could possibly be abusing them, or whatever the case may be, neglecting them. I'd rather see my children, which is why I quit my real job. So for you to get on here and tell somebody where you don't know their life story, I could get a job tomorrow and raise all the way up and become a general manager within 5 years. I could. Do I want to? No. I have a family to fucking take care of. I have kids. Like, you make no sense when you're trying to dictate somebody's life off of YouTube, when you're probably sitting in your mom's basement right now while she's still paying all your bills and cutting the crust off your PB&J sandwiches. I wouldn't tip you either. I mean, you're also an Indian scammer, so. Sorry if I didn't make it clear, but I don't use delivery services because there's a local grocery store that's like a block away. I'm just talking about tipping culture in general. Yeah, Cole, you're the only one on here who's not being a dickhead about your opinion, which I respect your opinion. Like, I mean, as long as you're not sitting there going somewhere and saying, whatever, but I'm not going to tip you, but thank you for your amazing service. Everyone wants something for nothing. They do. Don't accept the task. Simple. Yep. Again, this is a real job. Good morning, Nomadic. I hope you got a lot of sleep. She probably didn't get tipped enough. That's why it's on the forefront of her mind. Yeah, well, I don't take the no tips. They do train the customers not to tip. If they were just honest, if these companies were just honest, if they gave us the service fees that these people are paying, like Instacart, they'll charge the customer a long distance fee, but we don't get paid for long distance orders. It's Instacart. It's half Instacart and it's half just people who know and they don't care, and they just are like, I'm gonna order a fucking $700 Costco order and I'm not gonna tip. Like, hi, everybody that's saying hello. LOL, Americans and their tipping culture. Companies need to pay a livable wage, not the customer's responsibility. Oh, thank you for saying what was already said 17 times. Egg-shaped Israel operative. The least they can do. What the fuck do they owe you? What do you mean? I'm shopping the groceries that your kids are gonna eat for the week. What do you mean, what do they owe me? They owe me a fucking tip. Like, I don't know how more simple I could put that one. Boeing 727 was intentionally crashed. The cooks probably make 20 to 22 an hour. So in my area here, cooks make a cap at 20 before taxes. So if you really do the math on that, 20 after taxes an hour if they work 40 hours a week, because a lot of places refuse to give them overtime pay, they're probably bringing home around maybe 1,000 at best home every 2 weeks, which is trash. So yeah, hold on, you guys. I don't want to show you guys my baby because you're mean. Let's go inside, dudes. There you go, dudes. All right. All right. I'm hopping back in here. We aren't required to tip. It isn't our fault. America has been. It's not. You guys think that I'm saying that you have to. You guys think that I'm saying you're fucking a miserable fucking idiot if you don't tip your driver and that you're the scum of the earth and everything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm not fucking saying that. I'm not saying that America is the best country ever and that tipping should be there for, like, I'm not saying that. You guys are hearing what you want to hear, and that's the problem with the internet nowadays. You guys don't listen. You don't open your eyes. You're not like, I understand from the aspect of somebody where I've never worked in that profession before. I'm not like, you don't understand that. You're just listening to what you want to hear because you want to argue, which is fine. I can argue all day. I'm not making no money out there right now. So guess what I did? I came home because I don't have a real job. So I can go home whenever I want, and I don't have to sit there at a W-2 as a server or whatever and not make any money. Doesn't, I agree with you, because how does somebody order something for the base pay? Like you said, it's $2 and 6 miles, but they only put $2. I don't care if anyone tips, but it's annoying when people put a bitch fit that their order took forever to get to them. You can't have it both ways. Yeah, like some people said that we shouldn't even call it a tip anymore, that we should call it a bid because we're bidding people to grab their stuff for them. So, yeah. I don't blame the customers for not paying twice. I blame the companies. I blame the companies too. I sure do. And I'm not blaming the customers. The people who I'm yelling at, or not yelling at, but the people I'm debating with are people like, what is his name? Bran, who just says, get a real job and this and that. Those are the people who piss me off, not the people who just genuinely don't know. If you don't want to tip, fine, but don't complain that you had to wait on DoorDash and raise the base pay to an acceptable level for somebody to take it. Let me ask you a question. How much do you make at your W-2? Americans literally brainwashed by corporations into paying their employees' wages for them. And that's America. What can we do to stop it? What, go strike on February 14th? It's not going to work because y'all stupid, miserable human beings who tell us to get real jobs are still going to order DoorDash. And you're still not going to tip. And then you're still going to get mad that nobody's taking your order. Like, make it make sense. You're weird. Will you be protesting tomorrow against give? I will not. I will not be protesting because we're not employees. This is not a union. We're not at an actual job. We don't have a boss. We do our own thing. I'm not going to strike because Wednesdays are not my days off. I work Wednesdays. So, absolutely egg-shaped. So what? Sheesh. If most people don't tip, aren't they literally carrying the company? If most people don't tip, aren't they literally carrying the company you work for? I don't know what the hell that means. Not bad. Not baby dad, husband. Yeah. Or those that don't tip, but when it texts you, want you to jump through a bunch of extra hoops for deliver the food. Exactly. Set them straight. Oh, I lost it. I lost it. I'm trying to give everybody replies to their comments. I might have to start somewhere else. I'm trying to give everybody the you know. Okay. Exactly, set them straight. Husband, not baby dad. Stop complaining and actually do something about it. I did. I came home because I wasn't making any money, so I'm not going to waste no time out there. We got Dashing Maverick out here. Shout out to Dashing Maverick being one of the good-ass moderators in this chat right now. I'm not going to worry about anybody out here playing no games because Dashing Maverick is on them. I like how you clarified that he's your husband and he doesn't babysit but watches his kids. It always bothers me when I would watch my kids and I was referred to as babysitting. Yeah. Like, what the hell? My barber raised his prices. We felt it. Yep, because things are expensive now. Again. Again. Will you guys tell your barbers to get a real job? Will you ladies tell your nail technicians to get a real job? For people who are not even in the tipping culture, would you tell them to get real jobs? Would you tell anybody who's doing a service where they're paying for their shit? They're paying for the supplies to give you that service. So the fees that they give you, say like you go get your nails done or you go get your hair cut or something like that, and they charge you $30. How much do you think the barber's clippers cost? How much do you think the tarp that he puts around you costs, or the scissors, or the nails that the ladies use, or the kits or anything like that? How much do you think that costs? Do you think it only costs $30? Do you think it costs less than that? Do you think it's free? Do you think that it's free? Anybody who is an independent contractor that started their own business, do you think that they did that shit for free? So why do you tell us to get a real job when we're using our stuff? Why are you so hell-bent on tipping? And that's, I think, where people got confused when I said that servers really don't deserve the big tips that they get sometimes because they're not putting any of their actual hard-earned money into the service that they're providing for somebody. Tip your servers. Don't get me wrong, tip your servers. But for people who are putting money, like I've been all into the nail community on TikTok right now and stuff like that because I like my nails to be done, but I'm not paying those prices. So guess what I do? I don't pay those fucking prices because I can't afford it. What did I do? I bought the shit myself to do it. That shit's expensive. Like, you're not going to ask somebody to use their own hard-earned shit, their gas, their mileage, their hot bags, all of that stuff. For anybody who does any kind of independent contractor work, people who go out and power wash people's sidewalks and houses and things like that. Like, you guys are insane. You guys are insane. Glory be God. Okay. Grade A services is driving to 1 point. What's next? That's some real grade A service. And whatever your name is, S3ML, what did I just say about delivery drivers? Again, you're hearing what you want to hear. You're not listening. You're not understanding. They do come through, but we're not talking about the good orders that come through. We're talking about people who refuse to tip because they think that we need to go get real jobs. That's what we're talking about. At least you're trying to do something a lot of people don't even try. Exactly. Some days I could go out and make $300. Other days I go out and I make $10. It's all hit or miss. It's just whatever. If DoorDash is not a real job, then how am I getting real money when I work the app? Right. How am I paying my light bill from a job that's not real? What's cracking? In Kentucky is slow, but yesterday everybody was tipping. I didn't work yesterday. I was thinking yesterday was the Super Bowl. I didn't work. I worked the Super Bowl. Dash of Mocha says, Bran, pay the people you're asking to do shit for you. And why the hell do you keep saying the same thing? Have you not had a new thought yet? We have a dasher here that is stealing others' food. It's annoying. It is very fucking annoying because it puts a bad rap on us. Puts a bad rap on us. It's probably her. Don't know what that means. I make $120 a day delivering food for Uber Eats. That's not enough. Y'all consider it a road job making 120. It's not considered a road job making 120 a day. Y'all crazy, right? They raise their prices and they charge extra for orders with higher mileage, but we're still getting the same $2. Yeah, it's crazy. What's up, Cray Cray Nay in the house? Thank you, Cole. 2K. Yep. See, if all of you guys would be able to debate like Cole can debate, we wouldn't have a problem. But if you debate like brand debates, that's when we get angry and start dogging your entire existence, because at least Cole understands that, like, we can agree to disagree, you know? Hold on here. And don't order stuff from 20 miles away. If you're going to order something from 20 miles away, tip accordingly. Who are we going to toe-to-toe with today? Just people, saying that, you know, don't get a real job, don't tip your driver, blah, 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 America sucks, we shouldn't be tipping, blah, 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 blah. You know, same shit, different day, but I feel like arguing today. I woke up and I got myself a coffee with a shot of espresso in it, so I got energy coursing through my veins, and I'm ready. I feel like Chuck, though. I feel like I'm so behind in the comments, you guys. I'm sorry. You know what? I used to get upset when I would get like 6 for 5 for... When I would get $6 for 5 or 6 my order, but then you realize the person you're delivering to is disabled and utterly makes you rethink some things. I will say that I used to be very, very, very picky with DoorDash orders, and now it's like, if it's a 6 for 6, a 5 for 5, I'll take it. Like, as long as I'm getting paid $1 per mile, it's worth it, especially if there's nothing else going on. All right, we got Cray Cray Nay in here doing the shits. What's up, Belinda? Hi, love accent. I don't know what that means. Girl, you keep talking. I'm learning a lot for you. Thanks for the info. Super cute, by the way. Thank you, GK. And I'm glad that you're learning something. I don't think that I have anything to teach. But, yeah, gig work is a full-time job for others. It is. Yeah, for sure. 99% of it is ignorance. It's not ignorance of, what is that? Weaponizing incompetence. It's not even that. Yeah, they just... All right, let's see. You're doing a great job. It's a job. It's a legal job that you don't have to hide for negative reasons. Yeah, I could be out here selling fucking hard, cold crack. When we out here selling hard, cold crack to pay the bills? Damn. Like, I like PB&J. I've been doing this full time for 4 years. Oh, I lost it. No. I lost it. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. All right. I've been doing this full time for 4 years now. The amount of time I spent with my wife is irreplaceable. That's the best part. Because I will say this, my first son, I had him when I was 17 or 16. And I got a job when I was 18. And from the age of 18 to 23, I worked and I worked and I worked and I fucking worked. And I didn't see him. I missed his first steps. I missed his first words. I missed all of that because I was too busy working for an employer who didn't give a fucking rat's ass about me. And that is like the time that I'm able to spend with them now, to teach them, to be with them, to do fun things with them without having to call a boss and them tell me, no, I have to come in. For me to be able to care for my children when they're sick and not have to worry about calling off and getting doctor's notes and this and that or whatever the third is absolutely irreplaceable in my heart. Like, absolutely irreplaceable. I'm so glad you said that, Carter. Like, it's just the best. Facts, the haters always have the status situations. Yeah. I make more doing DoorDash, Uber, Lyft than I do at my banking job. I've been doing it 10 years plus. Yep. It's elevated many people's lives. I hear and understand, but you can't educate ignorance. You can't educate ignorance. Wait, where'd it go? I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm trying to catch up with chat. I really am. I'm trying so hard. Oh, I'm trying. I feel like Chuck. Ah! I gotta find that irreplaceable. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Alright. Let's see here. I understand what you're saying, but you can't educate ignorance. So saying get a real job. Why aren't they at work yet? They have time to throw shade. How are you adding value to anyone's life? Exactly. Cray now here deleting the messages. I'm a fan. Thank you. Hi, nice waterfall. Gotta go, Gig Gal, but keep educating. You're doing great. Thank you, Dashing Dink. Have fun out there. Good morning, out Sparky. Now waiting for an order till 4 p.m. I was gonna go out and sit outside the Walmart, but I was just like, I don't really have to right now. My wife used to do Uber Eats. It did help me sometimes, but I'd rather her not to because she complained about people. Hello, Dashy Maverick. Oh, thank you so much for the $4.99, Lazarus. Thank you. Thank you. In my market, almost half of my Spark Instacart orders are EBT and can't tip because of the EBT rule. That is true. That is true. People who order Spark on EBT or SNAP benefits, they are not able to tip unless they add on another card too to cover for the tip. But the last part of your thing, no one's going to the hood for pennies. Not everybody on food stamps lives in the hood. I mean, that's not true. And a lot of times, too, I mean, if you go back and look at my last video, I took a no-tip pizza order. They tipped in cash. They said they tipped in cash. They tipped in cash. Like, you know, I'm not... Some people do. You know, it's not all bad. If you put the time, you can make more than a real... If you put in the time, you can make more than a real job. Also, people only get paid $8 an hour at your job. You walk around 10. Lunch is unpaid, and travel there and back is unpaid. People are weird. I never understand people that talk about kids in a negative way. Who talked about somebody's kid? Why did you buy a super chat and not put a message in it? Joe Stanley, good morning. Who is being mean and not to Mr. Baby? They'll get banned for life. I didn't see anybody being mean to him, so... Oh, I just said I didn't want to show him because since this is a not like a subscriber only chat, I'm getting a lot of like people that I don't know and stuff like that. So I just don't want to show the baby's face on this live because of people. Yeah. Tip restaurants, so we should get tips doing gig work since we're serving them. Yeah. Give me a shout out. What's up, Eduardo? People need to realize that some women would want to stay with their kids instead of putting them in a daycare for 12 plus hours or just dropping them off at family members. I used to work 3 jobs, hardly any hours without seeing my kids, so I quit doing gig work. Yep. It's when they say get a real job, that applies to some people. Some people do need to maybe not do fucking DoorDash. The people who fuck with people's food, who go into the restaurants and are mean to the fucking people who work, the people who just assume everything needs to be handed to them, yes, maybe they should go get real jobs. But for the people like me who are just out here just trying to make a little extra money, help the husband out, and not have him sit here and be financially stressed about everything and having to handle everything, and him paying my credit cards and my car payment and my insurance when that's my responsibility to pay, why are you on my ass about it? Why are you on my ass for me trying to educate you? Because you obviously don't know, you know? In a second here, I'm going to place an Instacart order. Well, I'm not going to place it, but I'm going to show you guys what it shows on your end and then what it shows on my end. Exactly. Customers don't have the tip. It's 100% their choice because we get to choose what we take. And don't take it. It'd be different if we had to serve you for not tipping. Yes, girl. Yep. Brush the naysayers away. Appreciate the lessons and beautiful baby. Congratulations. Thank you. This is a real job. It's not a bid, though. Hey, everyone. Hi, Jean. How are you? I hope you're feeling better. You made it to a live. I didn't even mean to be live this long, but I just got into it. You can have a real job when you're making a YouTube channel. You can get thousands of dollars. Yeah, you can. I'm not at that point, but maybe one day. I'm a driver myself. Uber and DoorDash have this thing where people order food they have that they don't have to pay for delivery. Good morning, Jean. Yep. I really don't think about tips. I just take whatever makes sense to me. Me too, Roy. At the end of the day, yeah, me too. Because you could take a DoorDash order that's good miles of money, and then you take it and there's no tip on it. If the order makes sense, I'll take it. But I'm still going to be like, damn, there's no tip on here. I do get a little nervous if I take an order that doesn't have a tip on there, because a lot of the things that you guys don't realize is that people who don't put tips on orders are more likely to complain about their order than somebody who put a tip on their order. All right, what's going on? How are you? How are you? How are you? When I set aside 30% aside to make sure I'm covered for taxes, trust me, it's a real job. Yep. How are you? Cray. How are you? What's a real job anyways? A job is a job. Making money is another, right? No trip, no tip, baby. No tip, no tip. It's snowing here in Boston. I did hear that you guys are about to get a snowstorm and that schools are closing and everything like that. I did hear that. Good morning. Don't know how to say your name, but good morning. Sis, never let people take you out of character. Also, a side gig worker, they don't tip, they leave that order on the table. Bad moments, it happens. You went home, shake it off, go again, proud of you. Keep going through the bullshit. Yeah, I'm not like upset. Nobody's really taking me out. I'm debating with you guys, you know? I have a full-time W-2 and do gig work. Nobody can tell me jack shit. And Cray Nay, shout out to Cray Nay and Nomadic Gig Mom. She's still in the house too, because y'all were out there Super Bowl Sunday. I could not. Thank you, Jean. Yeah, thanks everybody for the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And only subscribe if you're going to like my content. If you don't like gig work content and you're just here to talk, that's fine too. Servers work hard, man. They do work hard. They sure do. No one listens. Yeah, they don't. They'll just keep pleading ignorance. All right, bye, Tanya. Brandy, you not sell Hot Wheels at Park Fam. Just look for the 3. Dean, you're so sweet. Hey, dude. Hey, Cray and Dashing, leave a few for me. You guys are absolutely funny. Hi, Giga. What's up, Dashing in Cyprus? How's it going? Can you move your hat once? No, I'm not going to remove my hat. I can't always afford to tip 20%. Does that mean I shouldn't eat out or DoorDash orders? Just going through DoorDash, I pay more to the business than I would without tips. So loving failure, like I just said, you must have not been here to hear it, but I don't think food deliveries should have to tip 20%. I think tipping $1, or if you're feeling generous, $1.50 per mile is sufficient enough for DoorDash, Uber Eats, and all that other stuff, because we're not cooking your order, we're not packing up your order. All we're doing is picking it up and dropping it off. All that I would expect and appreciate from a customer and a consumer is to just understand the mileage, and that gas is almost $4 a gallon, and that, you know, would you ask your friend to go pick you up food for free? No. So if you're ordering from 4.5 miles away, tip $5, you know? If your order's $200 and you ordering from 6 miles away, tip $7. Like, you know, just kind of, you don't have to sit there and order $200 worth of food and then tip $50. That's not what we're asking at all. Here's a better one that I hear people say, just get a second job, right? Hi, how are you? Tipping is a huge part of the American service industry. While it's not mandatory, it's greatly appreciated. For sure, 100% greatly appreciated. I'm not saying that anybody has to tip. I'm not saying that you must tip. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that if you're going to order from a place where you're getting serviced, this is America. Put the lines together. Thank you, Online Young. Food delivery is a real job for sure. Thank you for that, though. Yo, what's up? This phone might die here soon. Let me see here. Oh, it's at 11%. All right, let's see. What are y'all doing? 11 failure. Okay, I'm gonna skim through these comments, you guys. So give me 1 second. Dashing more expensive. Okay. Oh, my market is the hood. Nothing's wrong with the hood. The perception, it keeps going. Most driveways let the base pay go really high. Yep. I work at a good W-2 job in Hawaii this summer. We all have different reasons. We sure do. They could be for vacation time. It could be to pay the bills. It could just be for play around money. It could be for anything. Hey, peep, I live in the hood. LOL, rent. $18.50. Jesus. Next, a hot day, windy, snowing, wake up. I already commented earlier the super chat was an afterthought. The purpose was the money, not recognizing or promote any message. Thank you again, Larez. It was not necessary, but greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Super Bowl Sunday, 24 hours. I'm still tired. I'm tired for you. I'm tired for you, Cray Cray. Wake up. Why do you keep saying wake up? I don't blame the Dashers for not taking no-tip orders. I used to drive Lyft and Uber for a graveyard job. When I was the only one driver in the area, I still take people around the block. Yeah. I don't think the first part of my message came up, so there's no point in putting the second part. Good morning, people. Good morning. Cray Cray taking another day off. You froze for me. Still and stop judging. We still tip. It's kind of on a scale of service, overall effort, and what we can afford. Exactly. That's all it is. But at the end of the day, like, if you really can't afford to use the service, then don't use the service. You know? That's really what we're getting at. You don't have to tip your fucking life savings, but just throw something on there so I could put gas in my car. Where'd you get your hat from? The NFL shop. Happy birthday, Glenda. Yo, I really wish we could deliver Instacart orders and whatever order we want. That would be the best update. Honestly. All right, you guys. I think I caught up with the chat, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the Instacart app, right? And let's not show my address here. I'm going to put a different address. All right, I just put in a random address so you guys can't stalk me. All right. So let's see here. What store should we do? Let's just do Giant Eagle. Let's say today I want to make some meatloaf, right? If it'll load, Jesus. Let me turn this off. All right. Let's say I want to make some meatloaf. So we need some ground beef, right? Get our little ground beef. We're looking at the prices. Oh my God, hold on. I gotta save my son from killing himself. Hey, what are you doing? You stop. What are you doing? All right. So let's say meatloaf. Let's get some ground beef here. So let's say, ooh, this is bestseller. Store choice. Let's do store choice. This is $4.99 a package. 31% off. Cool. Let's add to cart. That's 4 pounds of ground beef. $4.99. All right. So for meatloaf, we also need some green peppers and onions. Green pepper. Let's add on a green pepper. Let's add on some onions. We just need 1 onion. Right? So we just need 1 onion. Let's add on an onion, okay? And then we need some breadcrumbs. And I'm just going with the cheapest options. Breadcrumbs. All right, and let's do some ketchup because you can't have meatloaf without ketchup, right? Sorry, my app is so slow right now. Harlow, stop. Come on, ketchup. All right, so ketchup. Let's do store choice. $2.69. Can't beat that. All right, and then what else do we need? Ketchup. You know, seasoning. So let's just add on some seasonings because, you know, you need some seasonings. Maybe you're out of your onion powder or your garlic powder or anything like that. So let's do some garlic powder, some onion powder. God damn, that's $12.99. Let's not do that. Jesus Christ, McCormick is expensive. All right, here we go. $1.89 onion powder. Let's do some $3.99 garlic powder. Let's do some. Let's see. They don't really have much else. Okay. What else do we need? We need eggs for binding for our meatloaf, you know? We need some eggs. We already have 7 things in the cart. We got add $18 for free delivery. So right now I'm not even getting free delivery. Let's add some eggs on. All right, what else do we need? We need let's just say let's get some mashed potatoes because that's what you know, you can't have meatloaf without mashed potatoes. So let's do some Bob Evans mashed potatoes because you can't go wrong with Bob Evans mashed potatoes. Let's get the family size because we have a family over here, you know? I don't know really what else goes in meatloaf right now, but let's see. So we still need to add on $4.86. $4.86. I did get the knockoff ketchup. So look, we got ground beef, we got green pepper, we got onions, we got breadcrumbs, we got tomatoes, you know, blah, 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 right? Everything we need to make meatloaf. They're making us add on a bunch of other stuff. We don't want any of that other stuff, right? So we're going to go to checkout. Right now it's $30.14. But since I didn't add that extra $4 on, I'm not getting free delivery. So let's just add another $4 on. Let's get anything $4 here. Let's get some iced coffee just to get that free delivery, you know? Continue to checkout. All right, so we got, you could type in your access code, leave at my door, blah, 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 blah. That was my phone number. Let's not do that. All right. So it automatically puts in a delivery tip, right? We need some rolls. It automatically does a $10 tip, which is $3.54. So do you think somebody running around a store is worth $3.54? Let's see, 20%. 20% is $7. That's pretty fucking standard. Let's look at our fees here. I do pay for the Instacart, like, little plus thing, even though I barely fucking use Instacart. But service fee was $5. It's $3.49. Delivery tip is $7. So for me to get this stuff, it will be $46.01 after tip. After tip. Is that worth it? Do you guys think $46 in total would be worth it? That's just Giant Eagle with me paying, as you see, Instacart membership. I'm saving $1.51 and I'm getting free delivery. But let's see what it is if I took off this to make it not free delivery. Right? Continue to check out. Let's see what it is if it's not free delivery. I'm trying to block it because I know it's going to pop my phone number up again. Oh, load. Come on. All right. Remove that. Go to checkout. So now it's $30, right? Continue to check out. So if I didn't make it, we'll still put their 20% tip on there. If I didn't make it to that free delivery, it didn't change it. Am I still getting a free delivery? Okay, let's take something off here.
Look, I always put in different things. Like, let's see here. This was diapers for Sam's Club. I needed some diapers, and I was going to go do some diapers for Sam's Club. Look at this. Continue to check out. Diapers, $42, right? This one, Sam's Club, is 9%, 14%, 19%, and 24%. That's weird. So we'll hit 19. All right. For me to get a pack of diapers, one pack of diapers from Sam's Club is $51.91. 51 diapers, or $51.91. I have all the apps. I have all of the apps so I can see in person what this stuff is. Let's see. Ground beef. Ground beef on the actual store. Here's the one that we got, $4.55. Cool. Let's do green pepper. Cool. Let's do breadcrumbs. Cool. Same thing. Let's do ketchup. Where's the one we got? The generic kind. Let's do an onion. Okay, let's do, what else did we get? Mashed potatoes. We got the Bob Evans family one. Seasonings. We did onion and garlic powder. Onion powder. Where's the garlic powder at? Let's just add some salt on for shits and giggles. Why did I type in onion? Garlic powder. All right. So this is the difference. If I was to just go to Giant Eagle and shop it myself, $28.20 to shop it myself, or $46 on Instacart. Why are we using these apps to do our groceries if we can't afford it? I would love for somebody to bring my groceries to me, but I don't. I shop everything myself. I go to my own store and shop my stuff. Let's see. You should not be ordering DoorDash if you treat your delivery person that way. If you are on a budget, the food yourself and save on the higher prices DoorDash uses to charge on their app. Time is money. Actually, you're paying that $8 to $10 for doing two things at once to still have a good deal. If you got kids at home like I do, it's a real consideration on your nerves to not drag them out. Yeah, I got 3 kids. I got 3 kids that love to run around and drag themselves on the floor and scream and cry in the stores. I have them. I was just being sarcastic. It just feels like that's what entertained entitled customers think. I've been yelled at a lot of things for taking too long. Yeah. Why don't Dashers argue with their boss and not random customers? Because who's our boss? Who's our boss? So let's do different. Let's try to do the same order, but on DoorDash. Let's do the same order, but on DoorDash. Because DoorDash, they're the real waxers here. DoorDash waxes the fuck out of everybody. Let's see. Because people love to do their monthly grocery shopping on DoorDash. Let's see. Giant Eagle. I want to make sure it doesn't show. All right. Let's do the same thing, but on DoorDash. So let's get some ground beef. Where's the $4 one? They don't have the $4 one. This is the same one that we got. That's not the same price. It's $7 on DoorDash. Let's do breadcrumbs. And they have a promotion right now, 30% off up to $20. So let's see. Market District breadcrumbs. All right, ketchup. All right, green pepper. The people that do the Giant Eagle Walmart order, or the Giant Eagle Walmart orders, the Giant Eagle orders on DoorDash, though, they don't shop for it. Garlic powder. Onion powder. Onion powder. Did I do ketchup already? Did I do ketchup already? No, yeah, we did. Mashed potatoes. Family sized. I think that's everything. Yeah, 8 things in the cart. So let's see. Doot 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 doot. $42.67 before tip. Delivery fee is $2.99. Fees and taxes. So we're getting charged the delivery fee, and then we're getting charged fees that are unexplainable. Just says fees and estimated tax before tip, right? I don't even think I added everything on that I wanted to add on. Let's see here. After a $5 tip, you're paying $47.67 for your 8 items. Your 8 items to make your meatloaf for tonight. That's if you only tip $5. That's probably a standard tip because I don't live any more than 5 miles away. But then they have their promos, so let's see. Oh, they don't have promos. They don't have any promos, so yeah. That's just the simple fact of it. Like, it's just, if I went to the actual store and got it myself, it would be so much cheaper. You should look up the DoorDash or get your air about doing anything. I seen one, like, if you go outside of Dash Mart. People not prepared for ID checks are annoying, too. Like, I get it, Brenda, you're 80, but I still got to scan your ID. Oh, my God, I had somebody who got really fucking mad at me about an ID check. They're like, well, look at me. I'm old. I'm like, okay, but, like, the app doesn't know that you're old, Cindy. The app thinks that you are 21. Like, it's just, you're ordering online. You're ordering online. We got too many food allergies to roll dice on substitutions. When my wife shops for our monthly food, she goes to 3 different stores to get everything. Yeah, I start at Aldi's, and whenever they don't have at Aldi's, I go to Giant Eagle, and then for my cleaning stuff, I go to Target because of the different deals and stuff they have. This economy is expensive. If you are one of the lucky ones who have enough money to be able to do this and order shit like that, then by all means do it. But just, I don't know. Did anyone else wake up to a car covered in snow? No. It was working as of 5 months ago. Don't look too busy to me. It wasn't busy. I went home. I wonder if they charge more for the items as well. When I order from a restaurant using DoorDash, the food prices a lot of times are higher on DoorDash than they do upcharge. So I worked at Applebee's, and what they did is, like, say our boneless wings were $9.99. They charge $13.99 on DoorDash, and the reasoning for that is that every week DoorDash pays the restaurant their profit of the money. So they're still giving the restaurant the $9.99 for the wings that somebody ordered, and then they're keeping that $3.99 for themselves, plus the delivery fee and the taxes and everything like that. Because, well, not the taxes, but because they're only paying their drivers $2 a thing. And what is that fees? I got what, $2.99 plus another $5.99 in additional fees that were not explained of what those fees were. So they're charging a total of $8, $9 in fees and paying their driver $2, and then also getting an extra $3.99 for that boneless wing order. So they're essentially, yeah, that's what they do. They charge a lot more, but that's how they make their profit, and I understand that. I get that, but damn, treat your drivers right, so we don't have this barrier between customers and drivers. I'm about to get off this live here soon because I have to edit a video for you guys. Since nothing was shaken today, I gotta do the other job instead. Yeah, diapers and wipes at Target. They also have it all the time on their laundry and cleaning supplies. But spend like $50, get a $15 gift card back. Yep, I found a way to give a thumbs up using 3 dots. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thumbs up. Okay, going to see if anything is happening in my area. How bad is it? Have a great day. Bye, Rach. Have a good day. What's up, Soja? Thanks for reminding me a lot, please. All right, you guys. Well, it was absolutely fun talking to you. Remember, always tip your driver. Have a great day. And if you just subscribed and you don't know what any of my content is, I am a stay-at-home mom who does DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart, Grubhub, Spark, catering orders. I do it all. And I try to give you some tips and tricks, show you how it is in my market, how to make the most money, and just, living life to the fullest over here. So go ahead and check out some of my other videos if you have not already. And I hope you guys have a great day. Deuces.